What a gut punch to start. The judge sets the tone, questioning how someone with such a troubled past, drugs, mental health issues, ends up in a position of power teaching kids. Is this an oversight or just plain negligence? How does someone get a pass for this? These are the questions we need to ask.
Sir.
Yes, Your Honor.
Are there any corrections or changes to it?
No, sir.
No, Your Honor.
It's made a part of the record for all purposes then. All right, go ahead. Anything you want to say?
Not really, Judge. I'm just asking you to follow the recommendation. The biggest thing with her is that she had significant mental health issues. They didn't raise to the level of insanity or incompetency, but she was diagnosed with bipolar, and several other mental disorders. But I think if she's on probation, from what I can see, she's gonna do well. She's currently working as a assistant teacher. I guess that's what you call it. What kind of teacher are you?
Pre-ETS,
What is the ETS?
pre-employment transition service.
Right. So she's doing something with her mom. And what school is that?
Vincent Middle School.
Okay, so she's at Vincent working as a teacher. But her main thing is,
As a teacher?
well, what do you do? You said you're a teacher, right?
It's kind of like a teacher's aide, Judge. She's got to prove herself before she can move into the program.
Right. So that's what she's doing now.
Do you have a degree?
I have a certification. No, sir, I don't have a degree.
And Vincent is allowing you to teach children without a degree? Is that right?
Under my certification, I'm allowed.
Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
So Vincent Middle School is allowing you to teach children and you don't have a degree?
Yes, sir.
They know about your rich drug usage here? I mean, how long have you been over there teaching?
About, it's been a year now.
A year.
It's going on the school year. It's going on the whole school year.
It says that you were using drugs, cocaine, synthetic marijuana up through September 13th of 24. That was last month. Is that right? That can't be right, can it? Or is that right? Is that right?
No, sir.
That's what this says. Y'all didn't have any objections to it. Does this see? It says date of last use, cannabis, September 13th, 24. Began using and last used it around September 13th, 2024. That's last month.
Right.
1 week before her PSI interview, she admitted to smoking marijuana daily, averaging 3 blunts per day. And you're teaching kids at school, at Vincent School?
Yes, sir.
Hold up. Did she just admit to using marijuana daily and cocaine weekly while teaching? And this isn't some small-time gig. She's in a school with children. The stakes just went through the roof. How did Vincent Middle School miss this glaring red flag? And let's not forget, synthetic marijuana, this is dangerous stuff, making people do things they'll regret. Shouldn't she be barred from teaching until she gets her act together?
She first used powdered cocaine at 18, last used it September 13th, 2024. Typically snorting less than 1 gram per sitting. Uses once a week. Synthetic marijuana, which makes people do delirious things. Use synthetic marijuana from age 20 until 2023, approximately 1 gram of the drug per day during that period. So, Vincent School has hired you to teach kids and you're smoking marijuana every day and using cocaine once a week? Is that right?
Yes, sir.
What's going on here?
Um,
I know this isn't all they can, this isn't the potential of what they can hire to teach children. I mean, this is middle school?
yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, somebody's got to step in and do something here.
Because I think on the positive side of it,
Yeah, I want to hear something positive. Yeah.
I think on the positive side of that, to my knowledge, and I don't want to misspeak, and she can speak for herself, but from my knowledge, she has not had any incidents at the school. And as far as at the school, she has not been like intoxicated or, and she's been,
How do you know that?
but from talking to her. But
Oh, from talking to her.
right.
Okay. But she's admitting she's using cannabis and synthetic marijuana daily until recently.
It's just cannabis, Judge. I was
No,
working-
no, that's not what the probation office says. Used powdered cocaine, began using it 18, last used it around September 13th, 2024. That was last month, man. Estimating her usage once a week, but the marijuana daily. And synthetic marijuana, used that until last year, which makes people jump off high buildings because they don't know what they're doing. Synthetic marijuana is straight from hell.
Yes, sir.
But that's what you like to use.
And I think, Judge, on page 5 of the recommendations,
Mhm.
where it says, it could be argued that probation placement was favorable for several reasons. And I think one of those several reasons is because
Here we go. The real talk about probation. The judge is laying out the facts. She's been a walking risk, a ticking time bomb of substance abuse and violent behavior. She's finally being held accountable. But the question is, will this punishment even stick? Or will she continue spiraling out of control? How much help can probation really offer when someone refuses to help themselves?
drug issues, and I was looking.
Wait, read this again.
I was looking on page 5.
Yeah, where on page 5?
I'm sorry, where it says paragraph recommendations. In this case, it could be argued that probation placement might be favorable for several reasons, and then they go through the several reasons in there, beginning with first, and then as it relates to you see what it has in there about she also appears to have stable anime, and then except for marijuana use.
Okay. What's the second paragraph say?
Well, that's the
However, it begins, the court should also proceed with caution if considering probation, as there are several risk factors to consider that you didn't talk about. The defendant's history shows repeated involvement in violent incidents, although admittedly without final convictions, including domestic violence, resisting arrest, and the current offense involving assault on a peace officer. This suggests an ongoing pattern of volatile behavior, especially when unmedicated or under the influence of drugs. Her bipolar disorder, when untreated, reportedly manifests in insomnia and hallucinations and may escalate to the risk of future incidents if not carefully monitored. Furthermore, her continued daily use of marijuana and the use of cocaine indicates significant substance abuse issues, which may complicate her ability to comply with probation terms. Her past associations with a gang will, while not elaborated on, could also present a concern regarding her influences and environment. The court might consider these risks against the benefits of rehabilitation in considering if whether she can likely follow through with requirements of probation. That second paragraph throws gas on that. There's nothing good about that second paragraph. I'm still concerned about all of this, and she's teaching children at a school. Does anybody have a concern about that?
Judge, I have all kinds
rhetorical.
of, I have, yes. Yeah, I mean, that's a BISD decision. that I don't really want to
What do
comment
they,
on
do
YouTube
they,
about.
but are they completely aware of what they're dealing with here? Or the parents of the children completely aware?
The judge really nails it here. There's a stark difference between giving someone a second chance and enabling their destruction. The balance of rehabilitation versus punishment is key. But when does compassion become dangerous to the community? We're seeing the line between giving grace and protecting society get thinner by the second.
Only if they're watching now, I would have guessed, Judge.
All right, the agreement here is deferred or unadjudicated probation, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Any objections to the people following this? To the court following this by the parties?
No, no, sir.
No, Your Honor.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make the following findings: that you have pleaded guilty voluntarily in this case to this second-degree felony of assault on a peace officer. You are mentally competent to do so. You understand and appreciate the consequences of pleading guilty. There's sufficient evidence supporting your guilty plea from State's Exhibit 1 admitted here to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. But I am going to defer any finding of guilt and place you on deferred or unadjudicated probation for 10 years. There is no fine here. There will be terms and conditions of probation which obviously are going to be focused and concentrated on your substance abuse issues, as well as other issues that have been expressed here in this pre-sentence report, which are all very disturbing. You will be ordered to, of course, properly take any medicines that are properly distributed by a licensed physician. You will abstain from all illegal consumption of drugs or intoxication. You will also, your probation shall also include a mandatory mental health assessment, and any treatment that is recommended upon that assessment will be ordered. This states a structured outpatient substance abuse program or other program, if clinically warranted, could provide counseling, education, and support for her to overcome her dependency. So this program is going to be ordered to include regular drug testing to ensure compliance with sobriety, and other programs that the probation office deems are appropriate due to her drug abuse and violent tendencies. You've been a police officer here, and you have, which is inexcusable. You have 2 misdemeanor convictions of unlawfully carrying weapons out of Walker County and in Galveston County. So you know mistakes and being dealt with criminal proceedings have consequences to it for your bad choices.
Yes, sir.
You're going to do 90 days. You're going to serve 90 days in the county jail. I'll do that on weekends. If that's what you wish, you can serve those on successive weekends. You don't assault the people who represent you and other members of the community in doing their job, like biting them like an animal would bite somebody. It's just uncalled for. There's no excuse for that. Of course. You're going to report on or before 6:00 p.m. each Friday, if that's what you want. Weekends or straight time?
Weekends.
On or before 6:00 p.m. each Friday, and then they will release you on 6:00 p.m. Sunday. You'll do that on successive weekends until 90 days are served. And right, I've signed these. We're going to see the probation officer. Okay, there's a capias for your arrest right now out of misdemeanor court for resisting arrest. And this offense date states on or about October 22nd, 2023. Is this a copy? You have an original there? This copy's going to give it to Langston.
Give it to me, Judge.
Yeah. So she's not going anywhere, obviously, but I'm going to drug test her first before she's goes
You
back.
mind- Do you know what misdemeanor court that's out of?
It just says what it says in the four corners.
Only reason I was asking is because I could probably go see if I can take care of that this morning.
I don't know.
I was supposed to go to court this morning over there.
There's a capias for your arrest out. Then when we have to act on
I mean,
it.
I'm going to jail.
Yes, ma'am. That's the way it works. Yes, you're
Can I
going.
call my family to see?
No, they'll take care of all that. First thing though, I want her drug tested too. Before she disappears from
I just saw her.
we need the defendant back on your other case. Shania
Oh,
Michelle. Look at this.
it's not good.
My pit's dirty. I know.
Say that again.
I'm dirty.
What did you just say though?
My urine is dirty.
That's not.
Whoa. Plot twist. She tests positive in court. Her freedom comes crashing down. And now the stakes couldn't be higher. The judge's frustration is palpable. The audacity of someone coming to court high, then teaching kids? This is just madness. How did she think she could get away with this? But now the consequences are real.
What you said was it? You're teaching kids and you're using slang language.
I apologize. I'm a little upset now.
You ought to be with yourself. You've tested positive for THC, tetrahydrocannabinol, opiates, amphetamines, methamphetamine. You're coming to court this way. You came to court this way, high as can be. And you're teaching kids. No, I'm sorry. You're not the test. This is the test. You're not the person who can figure out what's in your best interest. It's obvious. You're free falling. You're free falling. This is terrible. You're going to come to court this way. Well, of course, when you go teach at Vincent, you're certainly going to act normal. If you're going to come to court this way, you're going to also be free falling in school. You're supposed to be a role model.
I suggest that we do the 90 days up front as opposed to weekends, Judge.
Well, right now, right now, that's, she just had the shortest probation in all of history right there. I can revoke her right now. But I'm going to do that, as I'm not going to let her amble out of here on weekends, high as a kite like that, with illegal drugs. You're doing 90 days immediately. It begins now.
So I can't bond out?
No, ma'am. That court order, your drugs have prevented you from you've lost your freedom for 90 days. In fact, you could be convicted of 2 felonies right now. You're spiraling, free falling. You need to fix this immediately. Probation office can help you, but you've got to make your own choice of whether you want to do the right thing or the wrong thing. You've been doing the wrong thing for far too long, according to this. You're going to interrupt me too? You have no real self-discipline. None. And I'm sorry, maybe you don't understand this, since but all teachers should know this because I'm married, not only a teacher, a superintendent of schools. Actions have consequences. And you should be teaching that to kids, not victimizing yourself. That's all.